Hello and welcome to chapter 187 of our streaming adventure. Today we are trying to learn a new deck in Legacy going towards the weekend events. That's usually what I use my Thursday is prep for the weekend. And now that I've put a little bit more focus on Legacy, especially for the Missouri MTG events that are coming, I wanted to get outside my range of just mashing Lion's Eye Diamond and Karn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with mashing Lion's Eye Diamond and Echo of Eons and Karn and Chalice of the Void, because all of those are ridiculously good variance cards. But what I thought was, there's only so much high rolling you can do in a way, and it's more likely when you fill your deck with the ability to roll 12s and 2s. Sometimes you get all the 12s and you can make finals of an event, but a lot more times you're going to get the 2s and you're going to be frustrated by, oh, we went 2 and 4 again today or something, like repeatedly. Whereas Elves, I feel like, isn't a 2 to 12 deck. Isn't a 2 to 12. I think it's more like a 7 to 12. So Elves is definitely going to have those hands that are just crazy insane, but at the same time, I don't think the lows are as low. I think the highs could be equally high. Okay, maybe not ridiculously high. Maybe it's a 7 to 11 deck instead of 2s and 12s. So what I did is I looked for an Elves deck to play, and I looked at a couple different ones of them, and they seem to agree on Green Sun Zenith, Natural Order. Now, the names that I recognize playing Elves seem to gravitate towards variations on this list, where some of the names I didn't recognize or were maybe more like prelims and stuff like that had, what's the green card? 1 and a green. You can play it for free Once Upon a Time. And whether or not that's a valuable thing, that you're not going to know whether your hand's good or not. You're just relying on Once Upon a Time to find something. And after that first free one, I don't know if I would ever want to actually pay retail price on that card. So this list is literally stolen from Julian. It's Julian23. And that's the name in my head that I equate to Elves. So I couldn't really think of a better place to start than that. Now, I did watch, this is a while, and I didn't get to finish it, but it was Reed Duke playing Elves, and I feel like it was pretty similar to this list. Now, the only thing that I don't necessarily understand right away are the Meek Stones in the sideboard, or the... Okay, no. I think I understand this right now. This is Engineered Plague Engineer. Okay, anti-Plague Engineer tech, maybe life gain. When a creature enters the battle, you could potentially get out of Merit Lodge range. That's interesting to get out of Merit Lodge range. Meek Stone locks down a Delver, locks down a Tarmogoyf, locks down a Merit Lage, but if they attack you, you might be dead. I don't know, maybe we can gain some life. But okay, so that could stop the larger creatures of the world from continually beating you down. I know when I tried to play this deck, I think right after like Eternal Weekend, because it did well one of the days. I think it won one of the days, and I thought, I'll try it out. And we either got a 4-0 or a 5-1. Strike it, reverse it. No, the 5-0 was Hogak. So I think we got a 4-1 with Elves. And somebody in the chat was letting me know that you mulligan your hands based on how much yellow is in the card art. And I'm like, that's an interesting thing. But it kind of makes sense. Glimpse of Nature, yellow robe. Heritage Druid, that's yellow in the background. Wirewood Symbiote, yellow. Elvish Visionary, yellow. Natural Order, the cheetah's yellow. Green Sun Zenith, that looks yellowish to me. So the original Land War Elves would be a better art. So maybe I should have clarified which printing. But I think in general, I don't want to say that's the heuristic we're going to use, but it kind of is, because it kind of makes sense to me. She's writing on a yellow piece of paper, so there you go. I think that's just the plan we will use, is look for yellow cards. That's all I got. Look for yellow cards. Okay. So we will play a Legacy League with our Legacy Elves with our 100 play points. And we got a match right away. And I didn't put my starting info. Okay, we won the die roll. So on the play, what do we have here? We have 4 lands. We have a Nettle Sentinel and an Allosaurus Shepherd and an Archon, which kind of feels like a whiff. So to me, this is a mulligan. Okay, so here we have Green Sun Zenith for the Dryad Arbor. And beyond that, depending on what we draw, we can start to play stuff. I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to actually throw back this. Alright, I would like a forest. And I would like a green sun for Dryad Arbor. Ponder from them. Yeah, we finally got to Elves. So, is it worth more to fetch Am I better off having the land in my hand or the land out of the deck? That's all I'm thinking. I think I want to take the land out of the deck. Return an elf you control to untap a creature. Okay, do I just get wrecked by... I can't return that one itself. Six total mana. That would be 3, 4, 5, 6. I could attack for 5. If I play this. Well, here's what I'm saying. Do I attack for 3? Or do I tap 6, untap this, and attack for 5? And then put a land back in my hand. It feels like 5 is better than 3. Not sure why we are waiting on end step. They could have a brainstorm setting up a terminus or something like that. Playing out both a basic plains and island, I'm expecting miracles. This feels like miracles. So in anticipation, we can start looking at sideboard options. I assume Thought Seizes come in. What more beyond? What really more beyond Thought Seize do I want for miracles? Do I want Surgical Extraction to mess with their interaction spells? Especially if they try to set up a miracle? Could I surgically extract them and jack that up? Still not sure what's going on with opponent. They seem to have wandered away. So this ley line, creatures you control get +0/+1, and whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you may gain a life. I'm pretty sure this is just anti-Plague Engineer. I don't know for sure, but that's what it kind of seems like. That the +0/+1 would save your team from Plague Engineer. Like maybe burn stuff, or maybe the life gain could put you out of Merit Lage range, but those both feel... I mean, I think if we play a burn deck, I probably bring this in. I don't know if that seems right, but I'll consider it. Hey, Brainstorm. So, if they miracle here, do I pick up Dryad Arbor? Okay, they didn't. I was going to say, do I pick up Dryad Arbor if they miracle? I mean, might as well, right? Okay. Predict. What are you predicting? This could be a Wrath. That's almost powerful. Blowout. They still have 4 cards left. Jace could be problematic. I feel somewhat lucky that they didn't start Fate Sealing me, but yeah, I mean, it feels like we got close. If we can get a fetch land could set up, what do you call it, number 2? Dryad Arbor number 2. Sneak in for some damage, or surprise Natural Order. Ponder. Ponder, shuffle, counterbalance, set up. Should I go for Visionary? What'd you put on top? They could always brainstorm a 3-drop on top. No whammies. Whammy. Teferi got me. I feel like we're close. We're so close. Down to 1. Maybe they'll fetch again. Or now I really hope we can catch them with a fetch on my side. I feel like that would be sweet. They put a card to the bottom. I mean, this feels pretty amazing. Now, the only thing is I sacrifice the creature. By sacrificing the creature, Natural Order is counterable again, and I didn't really think about that. I got ahead of myself. You're going to draw Spell Pierce? Hard cast Force of Will. Okay, so we know that they have a Spell Pierce. Maybe I should have kept the Allosaurus Shepherd around. I think that's my own mistake. I was thinking Natural Order being uncounterable, but by sacrificing the creature, it was no longer uncounterable. So the other thing is we can try to... We could also kind of keep a fetch land around to maybe not go for it right away. Teferi plus, Jace plus, Jace ships. I mean, I might as well cast the Llanowar Elf. In response, Ponder. That's pretty good. They left the card there. Never good. They have another Force of Will. They left it there, and then we drew the Dryad Arbor, so we don't get the sneak attack anymore. I would say they can just bounce it, right? Yeah. So then now we don't have the sneak attack available. I think I also don't expect Arbor number 3. It's not in the list. Here we go. We play Dryad Arbor, get them to Terminus the Dryad Arbor. We get them to Terminus the Dryad Arbor, and once they've done that, we fetch it out. Oh, come on. Come on. They left the card there. Snapcaster has been revealed. They have Force of Willed it. Save up for our double threat turn. I guess, yeah, they could just deck us. I didn't think about that part. I forgot about the deck us part. Okay, so... Thought Seizes. Surgical. What are the cards that are least impressive? Is it the extra mana creatures like Llanowar or Fyndhorn or Birchlore Ranger? I feel like Allosaurus Shepherd is the thing doing the heavy lifting. Scavenging Ooze? No? Trim on combo pieces? So like Natural Order. When you're saying combo, oh, that's what you mean by combo. Nettle, Heritage. Is that NO stand for Natural Order, or is it saying, like, no, don't cut that? Of the two of these, Craterhoof can do quick damage, but it seems like Archon could turn off sorceries from them. Actually, I don't know which ones would I want to turn off. I feel like Archon is maybe the one I want to keep. Do you trim lots of it out? I guess that I don't know. Scavenging ooze. Mystic Sanctuary is still legal, right? We could snipe their miracle. I think there might also be slight delay to the stream, but all right. This seems decent. I mean, this is just turn one Allosaur Shepherd, right? My thought is turn one Allosaur Shepherd, turn two. I guess turn two depends on what we draw. Return a forest to untap target creature. Ponder. So they did mulligan to 6. They did not shuffle there. Okay. So theoretically, I could fetch out another island, play Allosaur Shepherd and Heritage Druid, tap all 3 of them, glimpse, and play Aquarian Ranger. Is that, and still have a green left, is that worth it? Or at what point do we start cashing Glimpse to Nature? I feel like I want to do that. Okay. I have already gone beyond that, I'm sorry. So, like, the only thing I'm thinking is they can't have Miracle Terminus here. 2 to play in the... Okay, I like... That makes more sense now. Is 1 play into the Glimpse not good enough here? Yep. Okay. So... See, this is a lot of the thing is I don't know the sequencing of it, so that's what I'm going to have to learn. Yeah, like I effectively threw away Heritage Druid there by not properly sequencing. So that's the thing is like these are the things I'm going to learn. I need to learn sequencing for how to play out the turn better. Yeah, otherwise I could have what? Untapped to have an extra mana, or I would have had the same amount of mana, but I would have gotten 2 cards drawn about it. And here comes Terminus. If I green sun for 2, we could get an Elvish Visionary. Targeting themselves. Do they know? They're milling Force of Will to draw 2. Okay. Brainstorm for them. Still considering a brainstorm. Okay. Follows with a ponder. 2 of those same cards. They swords me. That sucks, man. I believe so. There is one Birchfloor Ranger, yes. Flashback swords. Is Glimpse worth drawing 2 off of Village Visionary? Am I trying to get value from Glimpse, I guess is a better question? Oh! Nice black mana. That sucks. Jace. Brainstorm. What's dangerous is they can brainstorm to hide a card if it's relevant. Yes, please bounce my Visionary. I implore you. They seem to be thinking about this one. They think about a lot of their plays, though, to be fair. Thought sees you, opponent. Counterbalance, Force of Will, Monastery Mentor, Snapcaster Mage. These are all terrible. Yeah. I think Counterbalance is the hardest one for me to beat. The repeated effect. If I attack, that allows to trade off. I think I have to. It would force them to deploy the next one. Maybe I sit back, though, for the point of powering a Gaia's Cradle to actually do something with it. They got a lot of fetch lands. I mean, I think they play on purpose. Yeah, their Snapcaster is just there to buy them life points, right? They don't particularly care. They could snap back and take out the other one. depending on if they've shuffled anything away. But I think I'm willing to save. I think I'm willing to save this Thoughtseize till I need it. I think I might have burned the other one too soon. Yep. So here's the flashback anyway, and they go aggro. And then they just have Hardcast Force. Hardcast Force, attack you for a few times. Keep hitting fetch lands for my Jace, but just kidding, I don't need it. Yeah, I think if I had sequenced better to maybe draw a little bit deeper, that might have helped me, but now I feel like it's too far gone. The control deck is doing what the control deck does. I got this guy. Yeah, it really took away my ability to, like, I didn't have mana following up on glimpse turns and bottlenecking myself. It's something that I'm going to do once. I've learned that lesson, and now we go on to the next thing, so. Dear opponent, if you're double queuing, just let me know. Save us some time. But if you're really contemplating whether this Nettle Sentinel is going to break the bank, because they pondered, they shuffled. Sorry, no, they preordained, they bottomed, then they pondered and they shuffled. Hardcast Force of Will, you got them. Is it possible they're out of gas? I don't think so, but I don't see how you just don't play Mentor and play like two spells. Or sit back on a counter spell again. Two, 4, 6. Like, is that even worth keeping in my hand? Like, theoretically, I don't want to play into another spell from them, especially like a counter to give them a free thing. What I'm saying is, I think playing out the symbiote is only giving it a chance to just get removed, and I think there's more value in it. But it doesn't appear to really matter. They have a Monastery Mentor and cards in their hand. That's a pretty powerful combo. 2, 4, 6, 7. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They would only need to have 3 spells, and if they're playing cantrips will dig them into more potential spells. It looks like they did 7 damage to themselves off pain lands. It's kind of impressive. My beatdown, not so much. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, no sorcery speed effects, apparently. Take it. 5. We did. Alright. So we lose 1. But let's get back out there. Maybe we won't play against a plotting, methodical... I think our cards are running off the edge if I do that. There you go. You can see the edges of them. Okay, lost the die roll. All right, I see a lot of yellow, so I feel like this is a sweet keep. I will keep. So I feel like I want the most mana possible, so I feel like I would Green Sun to get up to 2 so that I can start doing these other things. But am I just treat Green Sun Zenith as a ramp spell. Is that fair? And then do I want to sequence to take the forest out of my deck here? Or am I going to want this fetch land? I'll draw other fetch lands. They could daze me. They could Flusterstorm my Green Sun Zenith. I did not expect that. So is this one where it's more important to protect Elvish Visionary? So like don't just run Visionary out there because it could die. Protect it with Wirewood Symbiote. My thought is Shepherd Ranger. Okay. My thought is let's play a Shepherd. I'll follow it up with a Ranger, and we'll see what happens. Because then Wirewood Symbiote can come down and start getting value off Elvish Visionary. If I need to start grinding card advantage, the advantage I want to grind is off Wirewood Symbiote. Hey, look, right on time. I think I want to just in case this draws Gaia's Cradle. But I also don't want it to get dazed. I just I could see daze happening and I would feel foolish. Okay. We have beginning of combat step plays. Got him. There's a lot of Control Z happening on my opponent's side of the board. So if I green sun for 1, I could get a Heritage Druid to tap my guys for 3 mana and then pick up Elvish Visionary. I don't even know if that's good. I'm thinking of things I could do out loud. Like I feel like they are representing counter mana, so maybe Green Sun Zenith for an Allosaurus Shepherd is better. Like I think if anything, I want to pick up this Elvish Visionary and just cast that again. Maybe start with that. I feel like that's potentially my first thing. Attack first, make them do something. Oh, I was trying to not attack with that guy, but I've already messed that part of it up. Okay, I was gonna say I did not mean to attack with this one, and I think that kind of messed things up. So I got a vibe that a miracle was coming, so I thought I would try to save 2 creatures. Obviously, that's not the case. I don't know. I panicked there. I think they're going to vote for Wirewood Symbiote. They did. I vote for it too. I'm just trying to draw some cards here. Snapcaster Mage. Something tells me Council's Judgment is about to occur. Could have played Scavenging Ooze here, I guess. Hmm. Womp womp. I guess that was worth bleeding out of their hand. Count blood. They shuffled. Take it. 1. Untap. Turn a forest. Untap. Turn this creature. 3, 4. Hey, look what was on top of their deck. Yawn. So that is the card they drew. Crack this, get Dryad Arbor. Four, 5, 6. Attack for 11. Mystic Sanctuary. Put Terminus back on top. Okay, you would have to have Brainstorm, but that's not enough. Okay, so what we did last time, we brought in the Thought Seizes. Thoughtseize and Surgicals. And then we trimmed a Nettle Sentinel. We trimmed a Heritage Druid. We trimmed a Llanowar Elves. And then we trimmed a Craterhoof and a Natural Order. What was the other card? Did I trim 2 Natural Orders? I think if we just keep the disruption element, theoretically, we could take all of the top end out, right? We could keep Llanowar Elves, Heritage Druid, and Nettle Sentinel. We could take all that. I also could see Surgical being like, okay, what if we did this? 4 Thought Seizes and 1 Surgical, and took out the top end. We took out the Crater Hoof, Archon, and the 3 Natural Orders, and then we keep the small package together. I don't know if that's worthwhile. It might be, but that takes away our chance to go over the top. If we put a Crater Hoof and trade that for Archon, Natural Order, Finhorn, Llanowar. Just draw into the big guys naturally, cut the Natural Order. I think I'm going to keep 1. I'm going to get rid of the Surgical. I think I'm just going to do this. I will keep 1 Natural Order just in case. They mulligan to 6, so I like the Thoughtseize even more. I'm going to keep. My question is, do I lead? I think I lead with Nettle Sentinel for kind of beatdowns, right? Am I wrong to want to lead on Nettle Sentinel? I have changed my mind. I want to lead on Llanowar Elf to have more mana. I like the idea of having more mana to start. So I'm going to Llanowar Elf. I have 12 minutes? What the hell am I doing? I'm talking too much is what I'm doing. You gotta Flusterstorm this? Snapcaster, Narset, Ponder. I really don't want him to play Narset next turn, really. Yeah. I think Narset is probably the worst one for me there. I think I want to play Dryad Arbor here for max stuff next turn and just attack. Perhaps that should have been a Nettle Sentinel to play. Not sure. Okay, so they waited till they drew, played a volcanic island, Pyroclasm, crush the weak. Okay. They could foretell it too. Should have played the Verdant Catacombs to go get the other Dryad Arbor. I missed that. So the sequencing again got me. I was thinking to play out the land. So I'm going to play one Nettle Sentinel. Although they have Snapcaster there. So that doesn't feel great. Played their island. Drew Swords to Plowshares. Cool. And they have Snapcaster it back. Cool. That's true. Not yet. They also haven't played a land yet. They did not shuffle. Sure. So, Flooded Strand, whiff, play this, play the Shepherd, pass with the plan to go get our girl this time. Take it. Oh! I think we already spent the first Dryad Arbor, right? Yeah, so we don't even have anybody to go get. That sucks. This could, yeah, that's the thing is I wasn't even thinking. This could have gotten Mystic Sanctuary before, and they chose not to. They waited till they drew. That's Interesting. So my thought was, oh, I can Green Sun Zenith for what do you call it? There's nothing to eat. They're all gone. I could try to draw a Cradle. If we miss on Cradle, I then play a land and Green Sun out Wirewood Symbiote. Okay, so who do I want to pick up? I think I want to pick up Visionary this turn, and then on their turn, I accept. I still accept. Oh, I was hoping they'd like crack the fetch land, forgetting they put the thing on top. Because that'd have been hot. Have I used the Savannah yet? They have Sanctuary available to get it right back, so I just don't want to play right into that. That's my thought. Hard cast Force Will. There's a sorcery. Oh, hello. 6. I attack with those 2. Three, 4, 5. I'll have to let that go. Could still hit Snapcaster into swords, right? Snap swords to take out the Archon, but that should clean him up with 5/5 dinosaurs. Wow, that was a struggle for me. I am happy to get the W at least, but there was a lot going on there. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Sitting at 1-1 so far against 2 blue-white decks. Now, I recognize the name of the opponent in the first round. Maybe they're perhaps more practiced with the deck. That's entirely possible. I feel like they probably had similar. Well, we never saw counterbalance out of the second one. So maybe counterbalance is new tech against elves, or not new, but seeing more play now, perhaps. It's entirely possible. All right. Match number 3. Maybe, possibly, theoretically. Lost the die roll. I mean, I think I keep this. We have mana and the ability to try to draw more. I don't know if this is a keep, but I feel like I'm going to keep it. So, be that as it may. Ponder from them, off a tropical. They did not shuffle. Basic forest, because I'm expecting Days Wasteland type stuff. So they didn't shuffle the first time. They continued to not shuffle, and then they played a Bayou, so I no longer am sure what we're playing against. Pitching a Daze to force. Okay. Well, that would have been a better reason to tap the forest than not the Finhorn Elf. That's another sequencing issue on my part. It's their bug. Okay. So well, both glimpses have been hymns so far. Dark Confidant and another Dark Confidant. Resolves. Fatal push the symbiote. Symbiote down. That seems like it could be good. Shock, shock. Brainstorm set themselves up from getting shotgunned. Thoughtseize still happened, though. So it wasn't perfect. They play the underground. Thoughtseize happens. Delver. They don't have any creatures, do they? Fine, I'll eat my own. If I attack, I could trade for 2 of them. I could also sit back and let them potentially take damage, but this could take 2 Dark Confidants down with it. Flips. Catacomb. Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf resolves. Delver resolves. Play the Verdant. So you have back to one card in hand. I will eat Delver. There's currently land, creature, instant, artifact. Land, creature, instant, sorcery. 1, 2, 3, 4 instants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delver flip. Delver does not flip. And they need to clear it for Confidant, because maybe it's bad. They hit a Thoughtseize. Okay. Down to 4 over there. What they find? Green, blue, black, Uro. The life gain trigger is pretty good. I was wondering, are they going to do it correctly and give themselves a fetch before it dies? Because if they do any right now, okay, that was wrong. I'll snipe that. Yeah, that was just incorrect on their part. So now we have an abyss over here. What could I even green sun for? Fatal Push is a good one. Return an elf. Untap this. Keep in mind that their last card is Thoughtseize, so I don't want to get sniped by the Wirewood Symbiote. I don't want to get sniped by Thoughtseize when I bounce Wirewood Symbiote. They did not shuffle. Abrupt Decay on the Symbiote. Okay, you're not going to give me a choice. This would force them to play the Thoughtseize, which actually I kind of expected to happen there, so okay. That's pretty good. How much does Hoof cost? Hoof? 8? Hoof, there it is. Hoof, there it is. All right, so slightly different. They're going to have more removal. They're also likely to have Plague Engineer, like we talked about. So, is this the Ley Lines, Abrupt Decay, Meekstone matchup? I feel like Meekstone, well, maybe not Meekstone. Meekstone would only touch Tarmogoyf there, right? No, it hits Delver. I think Meekstone is for Delver. What did we do last time? Heritage Druid. I don't feel like that guy's as good this time around. Craterhoof Beam still seems pretty sweet, though. I don't know if these ley lines are right, but I think they could be interesting. I think there's something to them. I don't know about the Meekstones, though. The Meekstones seem a little sketch. Scavenging. I like Scavenging Ooze there. Yeah, I don't know about the Meekstones. I mean, we have a ley line. Don't we have to keep it? Read it. Oh wow, we got 1-2 Dryad Arbors here, folks. If you don't flip, what are you even doing with your life? Waste creature destruction. How unfair. Mm-hmm. No blocks. Return an elf, untap target creature. I don't really have anybody worth untap. I changed my mind. You can't have him. Him to Turok? What kind of scumbag plays him to Turok? This guy, obviously. I got these juicy targets over here. Imagine if I had reach. Resolves. Ponder. They did shuffle off the ponder. Yeah, I'm going to take this. Because they really don't have reach over there, right? Flip a Delver. I guess not flip a Delver, reveal a Delver. Abrupt Decay. Double Abrupt Decay. Okay. Two, three. Green 2. I don't know what you just did. If we would have got a heritage druid, that would have probably been better, yeah. That's true. I could see that. One, two, three. I don't know if I have any more. I think I have to get a Dryad Arbor. I don't think I have any more real lands left. Yeah, that's the problem, is I didn't have any real lands left. Otherwise, I think I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One. Tap 2 creatures. I can tap 2 creatures for a green. So 1, that's 6. But I need this to be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Return an elf to untap a creature. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I have enough to get there. I feel like it's there and I'm just not seeing it. Okay. They were probably just waiting for me to do something. I just had to actually commit to doing it, and I decided to go for Scavenging Ooze to clear the Uro because I didn't think I could. I think if maybe I would have just started like tapping, untapping, they might have accepted tapping, untapping. Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. You have to project confidence. Because with what we had, if I would have tutored. Okay, Nettle Sentinel with Birchlore Ranger. Tap. Play the next one. It untaps. That would make another one. Untap with the symbiote. Pick it up. Replay. Tap. That's 3 mana. I think I was missing a little bit. What's up, Jarvis? We are on the draw. I don't know what they are playing, but it is probably not good for me. This Crater Hoof, we can accelerate to green. We can get to 2 mana, but right now nothing's coming of that. I feel like this is a mulligan with the Crater Hoof there. Ah! This feels really close. We were probably closer on the first hand than on this hand. I can't keep it. Planes? That is true. That is a good planes. Sunflower Plains is a good plains. Australia Plains is a good plains. Port. Spirit of the Labyrinth. It's kind of a dick move, don't you think? Why didn't you attack with Korean Ranger? You should have. I mean, at least trade for the 3-1. Yeah, this is terrible. Non-creature spells, sure. 4. Accepted. Mm, We could have tapped, untapped. Well, no, we'd be down a mana for that, right? Mizawa's Jit is a good one. I think we're close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, untap 8. Right? 5, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are one short. We can get this one. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Four, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I gotta say creature, right? I can't say creature because they were just gonna. Oh no, they can't use what do you call it on it. Instance, I guess. I did not update the win. So, do I just block and kill it? It's gonna get the damage regardless, right? I don't need to untap it. It has vigilance, buddy. So they can +2 on their guy. So Spirit can almost get big enough, or they could plus to get big enough and then afterwards shrink. Use the +2, make it a 5/3, it trades, then Jit gets 2 counters, finish off the Archon. They could actually do that with either one of them. So that was probably the last time I could block with the Archon. And they have Port and Wasteland both to mess me up of getting Dryad Arbor as a possible blocker. What about if we get the prelate to attack? Flicker Wisp. I already forgot what I said. Instant? I mean, they have so many ways to handle it. I think I just got to trade off. I don't necessarily want to give them more counters, but they can just pick off what I have here. I still think it's in. Like, I believe they have Swords to Plowshares, unless I'm drunk. So tap for 4. Six, 7. I could. It's not enough. So I'd like a scavenging ooze, please. Abrupt decays. Collector oof and abrupt decay. Thoughtseize doesn't seem great against them. Surgical seems worse. The +1 on the butt, that's not enough. This has got to be just for Plague Engineer. So I think Collector oof and the abrupt decays, and then the question is, well, what do you trim? For me, it's always like, what do I cut? And that's the stuff I don't know. This ooze feels powerful, especially since Jit currently has no counters on it. I don't know if they can do enough. I got 3 more pumps in my graveyard. They could have what's the white Necrotol dude? That'd be bad news. Hijack my scavenging ooze. That'd suck. I think the big thing is they can't get more counters unless they're attacking. But no blocks. Well, no, because, shoot, I screwed that up, didn't I? Because if I would have blocked... No, if I would have blocked, they could have moved... They could have shrunk me down, but this wouldn't have shrunk me enough. Yeah, I screwed that up. This should have blocked. Because I was thinking what we thought before. They pump the counters up, you know. This dude has trample. What the hell is that about? Yeah, I screwed. I could have blocked the prelate to have one less creature around. First strike, damage resolves. We're still worried about getting this guy flickered, getting this guy. I still can't think of the name of the thing. What's this worth? 2 life? More chump blocks. So now this thing could pump itself or shrink me. Give me give me a chance to assign trample damage. Shouldn't they have gained life? I guess that part doesn't matter. Yep, but now they're going to have pro green. Yeah, now mother granting pro green. I also don't have a flying blocker. It depends on how much they can build this up. Because they can gain life off that, right? Prelate is in fact on 4, so we don't have an outside shot. No, they have too much lifelink. We're never going to get through again, and they have mom up, so we're just dead. All right, so abrupt decays and collector. Oof, The question is what is not worthwhile. Like the counter aspect of Allosaurus Shepherd seems weaker here, but we still have the overrun possibility. I would also say I think Archon is the weaker natural order target, right? Am I supposed to be approaching this differently? We will be on the play. Hoof as soon as possible. Do we do the same thing? I did mulligan to 5. That did not help. Do we do the trimming on Heritage Druid Nettle Sentinel? Do we take out like Landwar Elf, Finward Elf type thing? My inkling is to trim. Trim an Archon, an Allosaurus, a Heritage, and a Nettle. I don't like Archon 2 Glimpse. I don't know what that means. Is Glimpse? I didn't think that Glimpse was ever cuttable, but if they're gonna do the thing where they stop our the Spirit of the Labyrinth thing hurting me. Maybe the whole thing is Glimpse is going to be constrained by all the mana fighting with my mana and stuff like that. So that's entirely plausible. Canonist would be another bad one. Yeah, we got some dinosaurs here. Revoker on my Allosaurus Shepherd. Boo. Boo that man. Untap this creature. Return this elf. Oh, come on. Now you're just pissing me off. I think I should have, on their end step, picked up a visionary to go with a visionary on my turn because I knew I had the cradle. I think that would have been better. And I might actually do it here depending on what they do. Just for the chance to draw more cards. This will be the you can't draw more than one card guy. Well, that's annoying as crap. Use what arbor? I don't see why that matters. I only get to play one spell. I guess. Those are all the little things that I need to pick up all those little idiosyncrasies. Walking Ballista for 2. That's a good one. Can't search your library, guy? Must be nice to have everything. I mean, is there really anything else I can do? I've played my spell. I'm just going to get whittled down by stuff. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we had a chance to play our cards, I feel like we would just wreck them. But that's how it goes. That is how it goes. They are belt. Yeah, that I could have gotten Bayou originally, but I figured all of their wasteland effects. I thought I would have been more punished, but maybe that's the difference. Is if this was Bayou, if I had gone Bayou first, it would have made the difference. And they haven't played any wastelands now. I don't know that they're holding wastelands, but it just feels like I didn't think I could play Bayou there. I thought that because okay, imagine if I don't even have this land. Where am I then? You know, I feel like that's a complete blowout if I don't even have a forest in play. So I didn't think the first green mana source I could I could throw away. Then again, this cradle has lived the entire time. So what do you got? I mean, I'm playing the Julian's list, and it kind of feels right overall, but go get their Jit, play Jit, wreck me with Jit. Yeah, and maybe that was the right thing to do. I considered turn one Arbor, but that's what this league is for. The league is to help me figure out the sequencing, right? Yeah. I mean, it's this Phyrexian Revoker turned off the early kill, and if we could have found anything for that, that would have been that's random. I have no interest in losing to Umazawa's Jit over the next couple turns. It was close. On to the last one. And it's already ready. Match number 5. We won a die roll for a change. Yes, I would like to play first. All right. Green Sun Zeniths times 2. We already have one of the Dryad Arbors, but Glimpse of Nature. This feels okay, right? Turn 1, Green Sun. Maybe not. My thought here is turn 1, get a Arbor, and I go into turn 2 with 2 mana, but this Dryad Arbor kind of hurts that plan. This feels okay-ish. Let's see what they do. Dear, now is this on opponent or is this on me? Because I have a little thing spinning down here, but I don't know if that's something's going on. Dear opponent, where are you? I want to play my last round. Come on, opponent. Is this? I see, yeah. I don't know. It says that they are 0-1. It doesn't say they've disconnected. I don't believe I have disconnected. Challenge. I mean, from everything I can see, it's my opponent's clock ticking down, so I hope that works. I don't know, it'll let me ruminate more on this hand. Turn 1, green sun. I just realized today was chapter 187. We should have played more cards from Visions. If we would have had more cards from Visions, we would have had more 187 creatures. Eh? No. I guess Elves is full of cards that have 187 abilities. I've got, well, not truly. Yeah, Necrotol.deck. Visions.deck. All right. Opponent has in fact lost connection to the game, is what it says now. Come on, buddy, come back. That Alurin would have been a very appropriate chapter 187. So would Mono Black. Mono Black casting Murder. It's appropriate, right? It's as thematic as it could have been. But see, here I was trying to do better. I was trying to actually get practice for the weekend. that was my thought, is let's actually practice for Saturday morning's challenge. I don't know. I feel like this is a deck I want to continue practicing with, because obviously I need to learn. I'm not. I feel like to a degree I'm seeing it after I do it wrong. How that's a lot of good, but if I can learn from the improper sequencing and stuff, if I can take those, hey, remember to keep a fetch available, and we'll go get, your Dryad Arbor, and we'll set that up. If I each of those like little things, I can learn when do I go for card advantage, when do I go for combo, when do I push the. I think building up that muscle memory will be good for me. I guess where I'm trying to go is I don't know if I'm ready to play this on Saturday. Now, I don't, like, part of the idea, part of why I wanted to start branching out is I wanted to have more arrows in the quiver. I wanted to have more, like, when it's just like, all right, time to play Legacy, I had been defaulting to like the blue Karn deck just because I feel like, well, it's an okay enough deck in Legacy. It's something I can play. It's something that's good, or it's something that's powerful and has the ability to spike. So that is why I've been playing that. But if I'm going to focus on these Missouri MTG events, if I'm going to focus on really playing more Legacy, I do think I need to get out of the Lion's Eye Diamonding. But I don't know, sometimes broken stuff is broken, and that is sweet. Like, I consider Storm for, broken possibilities of brokenness. I think Storm could be sweet, but yeah. I wish I felt a little bit more agency in the Karn matchups, the LED deck. Like, oh. I mean, I'm not going to complain that this happened, because I'll take a win, but that didn't count. Opponent disconnect. That's your go-to in are you saying Storm is your go-to and then you like Elves? I'm just thinking ahead to the Missouri MTG events that are going to be in paper, and I feel like Storm is one of those ones that has power. I feel like it's going to be it's probably similar to this. It's going to come down to sequencing, or you have to remember how to play around your opponent's hate, or how do you, all the various stuff like that you're going to get more practice in time, and you're going to get more the more you play, the more likely you are to. I don't know what I'm going for there. It rewards knowing what you're doing, and that's something right now is I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. But well, all right. Overall, we technically finished 3-2, and technically correct is the best kind of correct. So we can trip our money back, plus a point, plus a treasure chest. And I feel like there's a little bit of we did learn some things. So I could call this almost Elves version 1. So this is the first version of Elves we played. And we'll see whether we do this or who knows. We might go back to the well and play Karn on Saturday. So thanks for watching today. As always, I appreciate it. Later, I take my videos and I put them up on YouTube, so you can find me there, jpintermtg. And if you're not already following me on Twitter for some reason, you should fix that and go find jpintermtg over there.